Welcome everybody to Emit One. I am your host Tyson Honecker, and today on the Emit One show we are going to be talking about John Wick Chapter 4 getting amazing critics reviews here on Rotten Tomatoes. It's going to be great when that film opens up this weekend. The Oscar-winning directors, the Daniels, are going to be directing an episode for the new Star Wars show Skeleton Crew. Jordan Peele has a new date set for his upcoming film. Air, the movie directed by Ben Affleck, is getting critical rave from South by Southwest. We're going to talk about that. And Marvel's Victoria Alonso exits the studio. That was a shock, and we're going to talk about all that here on Emit One. Alright everybody, so like I said, we're going to be diving right into those topics. But first, right off the bat, I want to say thank you to everybody who has been subscribing here to Emit One. We have recently crossed 100 subscribers, and now we are on the road to 1,000. So I want to appreciate everybody's support here on the channel. It means a lot. So thank you, and please continue to like, subscribe, share this channel to anybody who loves entertainment content, entertainment industry, just like I do. Now, right off the bat, let's get into our first story here, and that is about John Wick Chapter 4. Wow, am I so excited to see this film come Thursday night. It's opening this weekend, and it's projected to have the highest opening this weekend, I believe, of like $135 million. That is going to be huge. But on Rotten Tomatoes right now, it has a 93% critic rating, and that is after 103 reviews have come in. 103 reviews, I should say, have come in. I expect, probably about 100 more will follow. But this film right now is the highest rated out of all four John Wick films, which is a huge accomplishment. I mean, usually when the fourth film comes in the franchise, it's not the most beloved. But it is here, and I'm very excited. It makes me a lot more excited to go in seeing this, knowing that it's getting a lot of love. Now, of course, we sadly have had the passing of Lance Reddick, who has played an amazing part in this series as the concierge. And I know that they are tributing this film to him, which is a beautiful sentiment. And it makes it even more, beautiful that the film is also being well received by critics. And I believe it will also be well received by fans as well. Keanu Reeves, other members of the cast and crew have come out and expressed their love for Lance Reddick. So it's really been special to see all the love and respect he has had amongst his colleagues. And of course, all of the prayers go out to his friends and family. So sadly, he is no longer with us, but I am very much excited to see him in this movie, as he has actually been one of my favorite characters, if not my number one favorite, in this John Wick franchise. So yeah, very excited to see this movie. Let me know down below if you are going to see it this weekend, and share your thoughts there. All right, and next up, the next story we're going to be talking about is Jordan Peele. His newest movie will be hitting theaters on Christmas of 2024. Yeah, this comes to us right from Variety. Jordan Peele's fourth movie in the works. It's set for a Christmas 2024 release, and in classic Jordan Peele fashion, we know, nothing about the movie. We don't know the title. We don't know the cast, anything like that. But hey, I'm still excited for it. I mean, his last film, Nope, I wasn't the biggest fan of. I did really enjoy, though, Us, and of course Get Out. I think is his best work, and my personal favorite as well. But I'm very excited to see what this mind of Jordan Peele will create for this fourth film, and what area he will go. He just did Aliens with Nope, so I'm very excited to see what the overlooming problem of this fourth film will be. I think he has a brilliant mind, one of the best creatives working today, and he knows how to grip your attention, and he knows how all throughout the movie to keep you on the edge of your seat. And that is what I love most about him. He really makes the theater-going experience for his movies thrilling, and that is the best. So, very excited to see what his fourth film is and where it will take us. So, with that out of the way, let's move on in to the Daniels. That's right, the Oscar-winning directors of this year's Academy Awards are helming a Star Wars project, and we do know, now this news was announced on March 20th, but just today we did get an announcement that it is only going to be one episode from the Daniels Twitter. It was from Daniel Kwan, and he has this to say. This is coming straight from his Instagram story. He said, LOL, all the people adding us about getting sucked up by the corporate machine can chill. These headlines are always misleading. Don't worry, we aren't working on a whole series. We guest directed one episode. John Watts approached us to do an episode a while ago, before Everything Everywhere All at Once even came out. We love John, love Star Wars, love learning new tech. We love meeting new cast and crew, and we needed the days to keep our health care. So it was an easy yes. We shot it last year and had an incredible time working with the most talented cast and crew, and I'm excited for you all to see it. Our next film will be an original Daniels project, so you can stop worrying and stop bothering me about it. Wow, so that was a pretty good statement there by Daniel Kwan, of course, one half of the Daniels, and one of the best directors. So I'm very much looking forward to their one episode here, of which is going to be Star Wars Skeleton Crew. It stars Jude Law, and like he said, it is helmed by John Watts, of course, directing the Spider-Man films for Disney and Sony as well. Wow, I mean, I'm very excited to see their take on this, and it's interesting for them to come out and say, look, we've already shot it, it's only one episode, don't worry, we're not going anywhere, we're not getting sucked up by this corporate machine, which a lot of people, I did see the backlash, were really worried about. And I like that he tells us here, an exclusive, kind of, we didn't know this was going to be. He did say our next film will be an original Daniels project, so you can stop worrying and stop bothering me about it. I love that statement there. I love these two men and their directing style. I think they bring a different take, and even though this is only one episode, I do think they will bring an original kind of sense to Star Wars that Star Wars needs. I think they will give a fresh take on this episode as well. I know it's not the whole show, but I do think this episode that they directed, we don't know which one, but I think whatever one they did, we'll be able to tell right away, because stylistically it will be, it's the Daniels. So, very much looking forward to their episode here of Star Wars Skeleton Crew. Let me know your thoughts about the show in general, and what do you think about the Daniels helming an episode, and then what do you think about their comments saying, hey, this our next film, don't worry, it's still going to be an original idea from us. Are you excited about it, and how soon do you think their new project, their new film will be coming out? Because I cannot wait. So, with that out of the way, let's get into our second to last story here, and that is about Air. I am so excited to see this movie. Now, of course, Air is directed by Ben Affleck, which I am excited for. I think he belongs in that director's chair. He is a brilliant, brilliant director. Very excited to see his take here on this story. Of course, this story is about Nike approaching Michael Jordan to, headline this basketball shoe line, which revolutionized the world of sports, and it took Nike to a whole nother level when they needed it. So, very excited to see this story come to life, and let's get into this cast, because it is stacked if you do not know. It, of course, does star Ben Affleck as well, but also his buddy Matt Damon is the lead of this movie, which I'm very excited about. Jason Bateman, Viola Davis, Chris Tucker are just some of the names that are in this project, and I am thrilled, excited to see all of these stars collaborate on this film. Something very interesting that Ben Affleck, he recently had an interview with the Hollywood Reporter, and Viola Davis came up, and he actually said himself, Michael Jordan told him, I want Viola Davis to play my mother. And basically, if she decided to say no, the movie wouldn't have been made. So I am very, very happy that Viola Davis is playing his mom, and Viola Davis's husband as well as playing Michael Jordan's dad. So I think that's going to be really cool to see those two act together on screen, and just to see how Ben Affleck comes back to the director's chair and takes it. Now, this film did premiere at South by Southwest, and it has gotten critical success. I mean, the word of mouth on this movie is phenomenal. It is even getting early Oscar buzz. If we look on Rotten Tomatoes right now, with only 12 reviews at the time of this recording, it is at 100%. Let me say that again. This film, only at 12 reviews, granted, but it is at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. So obviously, 12 people love the film. Now, we will expect to see 100 more here or so reviews. Of course, when this movie, it does come out soon. It comes out April 5th. But I expect this movie to at least stay within that 90 range. And I think audiences and critics are going to both love this movie. And now let's turn towards the Oscar buzz that they are getting. Ben Affleck for Best Director, Best Picture. I hear even maybe a Best Supporting Actor for Jason Bateman, lead actor for Matt Damon, and Best Supporting Actress from EGOT winner Viola Davis. Even Chris Tucker is getting in there as well. I think all of this could happen. Obviously, it is so early to speculate for next year's Oscars. But hey, there's no time like the present, and especially when the word of mouth on this film is great, you always want to kind of have that in the back of your mind. So I'm very, very excited to see this movie. The trailer got me pumped. Hearing all of these great things about this film is getting me even more excited to see this come April 5th. It cannot come soon enough. So let me know down below if you guys are interested in seeing Ben Affleck return to the director's chair. If you are interested to see this Michael Jordan story take shape on screen. And what do you think about the project as a whole? So let me know all that and more down below in the comments. And moving on to our final story here. It's a shocker. It's about Victoria Alonso leaving Marvel Studios. Now, Victoria Alonso has been at Marvel for almost 2 decades, I believe 17 years. And she has been an executive producer since The Avengers in 2012. And she was a co-producer in all the films, I believe, before that, except for The Incredible Hulk. And just in 2021, she was promoted to President, Physical and Post-Production, Visual Effects, and Animation Production. So, let's get into what The Hollywood Reporter has to say about this story, as it was the first to break it. So, they like to say here, Victoria Alonso, the longtime and high-profile Marvel Studios executive, whose time with the company dates back to the first Iron Man, has left the studio, multiple sources tell The Hollywood Reporter. The reasons for the exit are unclear, but she parted ways with Marvel on Friday, sources say. Alonso has served as executive producer on Marvel's subsequent releases and has also worked on its Disney Plus TV series. In 2021, she was promoted to President, Physical and Post-Production, Visual Effects, and Animation Production. Now, it is also very rare that a president here is also in charge of the post-production and visual effects as well. But we do not know the reasons of her exit. Now, there are rumors about the visual effects. Her working with the visual effects teams did not work. It wasn't a great collaboration. That is all rumor. It's not confirmed. It will be interesting to see if Marvel or Victoria Alonso's representation puts out a statement explaining what happened. I do believe that over the next couple of weeks here, we will start finding out what the reasons for her exit were. It should go on to say here, too, they also say in this article, which I did not know, they say last year she also produced the Oscar-nominated international feature, Argentina 1985. So, why I wanted to point that out is, one of the reasons for her possibly leaving is because she did just want to go and do other things. Or maybe she just wanted to take a break. I mean, doing all this stuff for Marvel can be a lot. And we just don't know. And I don't want to speculate on anything that's not confirmed. But I do think over the next couple of weeks, we will find out what her reason for leaving was. Now, another important thing to point out here is Kevin Feige. So, as you know, Kevin Feige, he's the main guy of Marvel Studios. It's just him. And then he goes to Bob Iger. There's nobody else in between. He can do anything he wants with Marvel. Now, Victoria Alonso was his number 2. And, there was a succession for Kevin Feige because he's not staying around forever. And a lot of people are speculating that he's leaving after Phase 6, which is, I believe, when the multiverse saga is going to be complete. And a lot of people were looking at Victoria Alonso as a possible successor to Kevin Feige. So it comes to question, is the next person, whoever takes the place for Victoria Alonso, are they going to then be the successor to Kevin Feige? So it's going to be very interesting to find out who Kevin Feige and Marvel place at number 2, because that could tell us a lot about who Kevin Feige is thinking of replacing him when he decides to leave Marvel. But I believe all of this will be found out within the next couple of weeks here coming out. So it's going to be very interesting to see where this change could possibly take Marvel, and how this could affect Kevin Feige and the rest of the team at Marvel Studios. So let me know down below what you guys think of this story, what you think for the future of Marvel, what you think this means for possibly Kevin Feige's successor. All that and more down below in the comment section there. Now, that does it for our show here on Emit 1. Those were some of the topics I felt were necessary to cover in this entertainment news. Keep an eye out this weekend. John Wick Chapter 4, it's hitting theaters. I will be doing a review of that, and it will be hitting the channel on Friday morning. So with all that being said, guys, I really, like I said at the beginning, I appreciate the support. We're over 100 subscribers. Please join us here on our road to 1,000. I'd love to have your support. And let me know in the comments what you think about all these stories and more. And until next time, guys, I'm Tyson Honecker. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next.